Hi, I'm Steve Phillips, Media Manager for Fox Rage. I'm going to take a little bit of time this afternoon down by the river to have a look at a lure which may well have passed you by. It's a little bit different. It came out a couple of years ago now, and the reason it might have passed you by is because it's a little bit out of the norm. It's not like the soft plastics we normally do, your Zander Pros, your slick shads and all that. It's a kind of a hybrid lure. Now that might put some people off. As I say, it's quite different to your normal paddle tails and pintails and all that kind of stuff. But I tell you what, you invest in this and put a bit of time in on the bank and you'll catch fish. It is quite possibly one of the most exciting lures that we've produced over recent years. And that's because it kind of straddles two types of fishing. What you got here, the first lure, out of the two that we produce like this, is a Dropshot Fly. Now, it marries a kind of like a fly from fly fishing and a soft plastic. So what you've got is a soft plastic head on the fly. That's quite a small one. It probably only measured just over 1 centimetre long. And then out the back, you've got multi-fibrous strands. Now on the bank itself, before it goes in the water, that looks a little bit odd. It's just a load of fluff and a few bit of sparkles out the back. But get it in the water, and what it does do is delivers a pulsing action. So imagine you've got an injured fish, and that injured fish is just spasming almost in the water. That's what this replicates. On a drop shot setup, which is what it's designed for, it just sits on the hook and you can get that in the water, give it a twitch of the rod tip, and it comes alive. The key to this lure, for me, that makes it a great drop shot lure, is the fact that the soft body is buoyant. So with the rig sitting in the water like this, with the weight on the bottom and nothing acting on it, or only the weight of the hook, this thing will sit static in the water like that. You don't get that in many soft plastics. Give it a twitch though, and that fibrous tail moves up and down in like a wave, looking like an injured fish, providing plenty of attraction, and that's what brings the perch and the zander and even pike in on this. If you want to add another dimension to this lure, you can mix it up a bit by using one of our tungsten beads. Now that will counteract the buoyancy of the lure, of the soft plastic body, but not in a way that it just sinks like a stone. It will steadily drop, and then you can lift it back up again and steadily drop it down again. It gives it that more of a layer to work in, as opposed to just being static. It all depends what the fish want. If the fish want something a bit slower, don't use the tungsten bead. If they want something that's moving a little bit more, get the bead on there and give it a go. All you've got to do is, with a drop shot setup, take the hook and just nip it through the nose. You're ready to rock. You can also fish the fry on a micro jig head. It does work, just a little weight of the jig head beforehand, and the hook just pokes out the back, and that works really well to get it down, right down to the deck, and work it as a normal kind of jigging style, but again you get the pulsing of the tail. The other lure we produce in this range is the Dropshot Fry. Now the reason it's called the Fry is because it's got a slightly longer body, so you've probably got 3 centimetres of soft plastic. Again, this is buoyant, so it's got the same properties as the Fly, and it's got the same multi-fibrous tail out the back, which pulses in the water. You can drop shot these, they're great for that. Again, you just nip them through the nose and you're fishing with them, or they're suited well to jigging. You've got a slightly longer body that allows you to put a hook through more easily, and then in the water, because of the buoyancy, they'll sit up and that tail will pulse away when you put any kind of action into it. Like I say, these are fairly unique lures. That combination of fly and soft plastic, they can be a game changer on waters that have seen a lot of pressure, where they've seen a lot of anglers to fish and they're used to seeing paddle tails and pintails and the normal stuff that people throw at them. The action on this is unlike any other soft plastic you're going to see. It really is something you should have in your lure box if you seriously want to a lure that's going to change things up for you. If when the chips are down, or when you're on the water though, you know it's going to be hard. Or even on a water where it's going to be easy, because they just catch fish for fun, these things. Like I say, 4 colours, but between me and you, there are going to be some new ones coming out in the near future, colour wise, so keep an eye out for those. Buy a pack, they come in 2s in a pack, the fly and the fry. Give them a go, you won't be disappointed. They are really, really clever little lures, which will give you a special little edge, whether you're jigging or drop shotting.